Welcome back. It is the Flow Sports Hour on Flow FM, and it was grand final day over the weekend in the cricket Albury-Wodonga Hume branch, and it was 4 big grand finals and 4 new premiers. So Steve Bennett is on the line with me a little bit earlier than usual in the week to review a big day of grand final cricket. How are you, Steve?
Yeah, really good. Thanks, Dan. Hope you're well.
Absolutely, I am. And let's start off in the first grade, and it was a premiership for Walla Walla. They had not a nail-biting win, but a close win nevertheless. It didn't come right down to the last bowl, but Walla Walla made 176, set a pretty good target, and in the end it was just a little bit too much for Osborne. They were 9 for 163, obviously used all of their wickets on the way there and all of their overs, so they went hard at it, but just fell 13 runs short, just needed another over in there.
Yeah. The Walla won the toss and batted first. It was a pretty crucial toss because runs are always like gold in grand finals. And as you said, Walla set a good total, 7 for 176. Jared Weeding 52 and Captain Joel Merkel 36. For the visitors, Joe Perryman 3 for 25. So Osborne, having talked to them subsequently, they were pretty confident they could chase that down. But, obviously some very good bowling by Walla and good fielding was able to restrict them.
Yeah, a really good win there by the looks from Walla. And was there an award given for best on for the day?
There was. And there was quite a few good, contenders. Obviously the Perryman boys made some runs. Joe Perryman, 40 runs and 3 for 25 for the match. But the umpires decided to go with Jared Weeding from Walla, who made 52. So certainly the highest score, and he actually bowled quite well also. And clearly, it was runs that won the day. So a very good pick there in Jared Weeding for player of the match.
Always hard to go past the top run scorer, and taking a wicket in his 5 overs probably helped his cause as well. So well done to Walla Walla on winning that grand final. That is the end of a very good season in the first grade of this association. It's been a really tight contest between the top teams all year, but I think it would be fair to say that Walla Walla probably stood out as the best team pretty much from the word go.
Yeah, I think you're right. They've been the most consistent side all time, all year. They were minor premiers. They had a few hiccups just before finals, which I guess is the time you want to have them, so you can get them out of the way before you turn up. They had a couple of really close wins in the early rounds of the finals, but they held their nerve, and they were able to. I think, as mentioned, they were able to win their first premiership in 28 years. And to do it in front of a big home crowd was a great result for them. So, all credit to Wallace. Like you said, they've been the best team all year and they've come away with the premiership.
Always good to break a big drought. So, big congratulations to Walla. And I imagine there were some pretty intense celebrations after the drought-breaking win.
I can imagine there were. I ran into the Osborne boys out at the Pleasant Hills Hotel Saturday night, and they were going reasonably hard, commiserating amongst one another. So I can only just imagine what it was like on the winning side down in Walla.
Victory drinks are certainly sweet. Sometimes commiseration drinks, though, not too bad either. So big congratulations to Osborne as well for qualifying. Didn't get the win on the day, but it's a big honour just to be there. So well done to both teams, and hopefully the Walla Walla players tuning into this are still enjoying their celebrations. They've certainly deserved them. Let's have a look at the seconds now, where it was Brock Burham winning the grand final. And again, this looks like it was a really great game. And Colcan, probably similar to Osborne, they just needed one more over. They made 141 batting first, and Brock Burham 9 for 145 with 1 over to spare. So I'm guessing they hit a boundary at the end of the 34th over. But geez, with just 1 wicket left to give, that must have been a really, really intense finish.
It was very intense. I was lucky enough to umpire this game. It was very hot and bright sunshine all day. So for the players and officials and everybody, it was very hot. They had a monster crowd down at Brocklesby, which was fantastic. As you said, Colcan batted first, and they had a bit of a minor collapse at the top. The guys that had been scoring the runs week in, week out didn't make big scores, and it was left to teenager Oliver Wood to make 32 for Colcan and get them up towards that 141. Zach Nesbitt bowling really well for the home side, taking 2 for 8. And the run chase just stuttered all the way through. There were no big scorers, only a couple of blokes making 20s. And it really looked like the game was going Colcan's way. But with a couple of overs to go, Zach Nesbitt came in, the guy who'd taken the key wickets at the start of the innings. And he made he just rode his luck for 18 not out, lots of short singles, and got them back on track, and then took 11 off that second last over to win the game.
Yeah, really good game here once again. And geez, we've talked about it this year at times. When the tail's wagging, it can make all the difference, and that's pretty much what it was for Brock Burham. They were, you talk about Colcan having a bit of a collapse. Well, Brock Burham were 6 for 86, 7 for 108, certainly, and then 8 for 109, certainly looking like they were in a bit of strife there. But yeah, 18 not out from Zach Nesbitt, even just 8 from Joshua Simpson batting at number 10, and Fletcher Weaven making 12 at number 8. All those runs mean so much, and in a really, really intense run chase like that, every run absolutely counts. So yeah, unfortunate Colcan just unable to take the all-important wickets right down the stretch after bowling really well by the looks of things for the first 30 or 25 to 30 overs. Yeah,
they bowled really well, Colcan, and there was certainly plenty of work for myself and fellow umpire Adrian O'Brien to do. Quite a few shouts. Some got up, but not all. There was plenty going on all the time. There were missed run-outs. It was it's probably the most exciting game I think I've ever umpired, and up there with one of the more exciting ones I've seen. So, yeah, one of those days. It's a shame. Both sides really played well, but Brock Burham broke through for their maiden premiership in the Hume comp in the B grade, and they'll be able to have the honours, the bragging honours, I guess, against their first grade side now that they've won the seconds.
Well done to Brock Burham in the seconds, and well done to you, Steve, on getting through and umpiring. That must have been pretty intense there, umpiring that one. I hope no one was, booing you or sledging you, unhappy with your decisions.
Well, it's kind of more fun if they do in a way, but no, everyone was very kind. So
That's good.
It was a very positive experience, and it wasn't too bad. There wasn't too many really hard decisions to make.
That's good. The last thing you want at the end of a really, really tight game like that is umpiring controversy stealing the limelight. So especially if you're the umpire at the centre of it all. So well done, Brock Burham, in the seconds there, winning that premiership, and Colcan, commiserations, very, very close runner-up. And let's have a look at the juniors now, Steve, and it was the same situation in the under-16s. It was Colcan taking on Brock Burham, but Colcan able to win this time around. They made 237 first with the bat, which is just a massive score, and Brock Burham only 149 in response. So Colcan got there pretty easily in the end.
Undefeated minor premiers and now undefeated premiers. They were also defending the premiership. They won last year. They have a very talented side. Some of those boys actually played in 2 grand finals over the weekend because they played in the seconds grand final as well. Same for Brock Burham. Look, Colcan have been just a bit of a class above the rest of the comp in the 16s all year, I think is fair to say. Their nearest rival in Holbrook got knocked out by Brock Burham in the semi-final. Brock Burham came from third to challenge, and look, they can go away with plenty of positives. As you say, they ended up about 80 runs short, but they were the only team all year to bowl Colcan out, which was quite an achievement, and also they batted the overs out. So a lot of positives for them there, but Colcan, just too good, and Lincoln right there with his 65 not out taking player of the match.
65 not out, just a sensational knock, and coming in at what number 7 to hit 65 not out, just a sensational innings. So congratulations, Lincoln Wright. And for Brock Burham, you're right, they batted out their overs, which is always good. Usually you think if you bat out your overs and you bowl the other team out, you're a pretty good shot to win. But still nearly 100 runs discrepancy in this one, and at the end of the day, it probably comes down to a bit of a slow scoring rate from Brock Burham. Austin Burns coming in at first drop, made 34, but took 104 deliveries. Dane Fenner opening with 47 off 64, and in the end, credit to Colcan's bowlers by the looks of things there, just keeping the run rate nice and low.
Yeah, just all round, they're just a very talented and disciplined side, coached by Riley Noble, who we talk about in the first. They're just a very well-balanced side, and they batted very well, set a score at 6 and over, and were really able to dot the Brock Burham innings up. Despite the fact that they fell short, as we say, they did very well to bat the overs out and keep Colcan out in the field. Certainly good signs for next year.
All right, on to the under-13s to finish things off, and this one looked like it might have been. I know you said the second grade was the best game of cricket you think you've ever seen, but this one might just have topped it. This looked like it was an epic finish. Holbrook. Henty batting first and making 9 for 93. Holbrook getting there 6 for 94. So they didn't have too many wickets in hand. But if we have a look at Henty's innings, the tail was certainly not wagging here. 4 straight ducks to finish the innings off. And Holbrook undefeated for the season. You would have thought they were in a bit of strife there, but that is just an unbelievable bowling performance. And then to respond with the bat to win the premiership, that's just a fantastic win from Holbrook.
Yeah, they played very well. I saw most of this game. They, as you say, Henty had a bright early start and then collapsed. So that was credit to the pressure the Holbrook bowlers were able to build throughout. Probably some of those Henty batters may have lost their wickets, just trying to bump that score up towards the end. But, really good effort from the Holbrook team. They've gone through, as we say, undefeated. The coach was able to give a few people a bat, as the total got near, a few people a bat who may not get to bat when the competition's very willing, week in, week out. So it was really good. It was played in great spirit. Two really talented bunch of juniors in Holbrook and Henty, and it was just a pleasure to watch the game. Actually, it was a really good game.
All right, so congratulations there to Holbrook, victorious in the under-13s, and that is a wrap on the 2023-24 summer season for the Hume branch of cricket Albury-Wodonga. What are you going to do with yourself, Steve?
I think I'll just have about a month. I think we've got a month off, and then we're into footy. So I'll have a month to catch up with all the jobs at home that I've put off all summer.
The sport never really takes a proper break, does it?
No, that's just how we like it in the country.
Absolutely. So a very, very, very quick month turnaround, and then it is footy season. And I'm assuming most of these cricket players will probably be lining up for the footy team in a month, won't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. We see it's good because you see them sort of all year round. A lot of these guys will be backing up in some shape or form. Some are players, some are coaches, some are, runners and trainers. And so, it's good. It's a good community thing that we're able to sort of keep in touch during the off-season. It won't seem like long, and we'll be back into it.
No, it won't seem like long at all. And before we do wrap up, is there anything else happening this cricket season that we should be aware of? Grand finals have been played, but I'm assuming there's league MVPs or association medals or whatever they may be called in cricket. I'm probably using basketball and footy terms there, but are there any more awards to be given out or anything like that?
Yeah, we've got junior awards get given out at our grand finals, so they were all presented on the weekend. But our senior awards for our top 2 grades, in conjunction with the district league and also with the provincial league, they all get presented at a Hall of Fame dinner next Wednesday, which is at the Commercial Club down in Albury. So it's the 20th of March. And that's a really good night. They're going to induct some new Hall of Fame members. There'll be a couple of life members, and it's wonderful to be able to present a league award, to a cricketer, and it's in a room of 300 people, sort of acknowledging their efforts. So it's a good way to receive an award and get acknowledged in a big full room, and people see what you've achieved over summer. So that's coming up next week, which will be terrific.
Sensational. So still something to look forward to as cricket season comes to a close. Steve, that is it for us for the time being. Before you do go, I need to give you a big thank you for all your efforts joining the show each week all year. It's been a pleasure speaking to you every week and chatting cricket and getting all these results from you. And I've very much enjoyed it, and I'm very grateful for you, and I'm sure our listeners are as well, for keeping us updated on the Hume branch of cricket Albury-Wodonga. And I'm already looking forward to a massive 2024-25 summer season.
Yeah, it'll come around quick enough, I think, Dan. But I'd just like to thank Flow FM and thank you personally for the interest in our comp. I do get a lot of feedback going to different games, and people hear the reports, and so they just love to, keep in touch with what's happening in the comp, particularly for people who might not get out as much. So it's been it's great to be able to have the opportunity to talk about Hume League cricket and get the message out there of what's been happening.
Certainly has. It's been a lot of fun, and once again, very grateful for you making the time each week and sending those messages out to our listeners. So thank you very much, and you and I will be in touch soon.
Thanks, Dan.